Today, we're jumping into a story that's just epic. It's about power, destiny, and how we see value. We're following a young man who starts out as just a piece of property, but whose hidden worth is about to completely explode and, yeah, change the course of history. So our story kicks off not with some big heroic moment, but with a price tag, 20 shekels. That's it. At the border of Egypt, a 17-year-old kid named Joseph is given that exact value. It's the going rate for a slave. But this isn't just some random back alley deal. This single transaction, this little exchange of silver for a human being, is the spark. It's the opening bid on a future that absolutely no one standing there could have possibly imagined. So when we meet Joseph, he's already on the move. He's been passed from his own brothers to Midianite traders, and then to a different group, a caravan of Ishmaelites. To all of them, he's just cargo, pure and simple, on his way to the economic and political center of the world at that time, Egypt. Now, what's really interesting here is that Joseph isn't just sold once. He's being treated like an item, flipped for a quick profit. I mean, look at the steps. From his family, to the Midianites, to the Ishmaelites, he's already changed hands multiple times before he even gets to Egypt. Right at the border, another group of traders, 4 Medinamim, spot the caravan. They look at Joseph, and they don't just see a strong back for labor. They see something else, the way he carries himself, his striking looks. They see a different kind of value. So, a new deal is made, 20 shekels. And just like that, Joseph changes hands again.
For these Medinamim traders, this isn't about holding on to him. Nope. This is about a quick flip, a massive profit. They've heard a little rumor that Potiphar, a big shot officer for the Pharaoh, the captain of the guard, is in the market for a new overseer for his estate. And they don't mess around. They march right up to this powerful official's house. And their sales pitch is incredibly bold, almost cocky. They're not just selling a slave. They're walking in with the solution to Potiphar's problem, and they know they've got a premium product. So Joseph is brought in, and Potiphar, this is a guy whose whole world is about discipline, order, and reading people. He sees it in a second. This kid is not your typical slave. He sees a dignity, an intelligence, something that just doesn't fit with his situation. And this is really the heart of the problem for Potiphar, right? The label says slave, but everything he's seeing with his own eyes is screaming noble. And a guy like Potiphar, he trusts his gut. He's immediately suspicious. He wants proof that this kid wasn't just stolen. Once the original sellers confirm the sale was legit, the deal goes down fast. 400 pieces of silver. Potiphar pays it, no hesitation. Now let's just stop and think about that number for a second. That's a 20 times increase from what he was just bought for. This isn't just a price markup, it's a total reevaluation of a person's worth. It just goes to show you how perception creates value. Potiphar's expert eye saw potential everyone else had missed, and he was willing to bet big on it. He didn't just buy a slave, he acquired what he saw as a prime asset. So what happens next? Well, inside Potiphar's world of perfect order and discipline, Joseph's real potential is finally let loose. And the return on that 400 silver investment? Oh, it becomes clear and fast. His rise is just off the charts. At only 17, Joseph doesn't just work hard. He excels at everything with this almost unbelievable competence. He starts as Potiphar's personal assistant, but his success is so obvious that Potiphar just keeps promoting him until he's finally in charge of literally everything the man owns. Now, the story tells us that this incredible success comes from a divine power working through him. But for a practical guy like Potiphar, the why probably mattered a lot less than the what. And what he saw was undeniable. Everything Joseph managed flourished. So this is the crucial point. Joseph's blessing isn't just some personal feel-good thing. No, it's an economic engine. The second he takes charge, the entire household starts to prosper. The fields produce more, the finances are in perfect order. Joseph isn't just a manager. He's the direct source of his master's new wealth. And get this, in just 1 year, the transformation is totally complete. The 17-year-old slave who was bought for 20 shekels is now, at 18, a figure of unmatched skill, authority, and presence in the most powerful nation in the world. Okay, so now we're going to make a pretty sharp turn, because while Joseph is having this unbelievable individual rise to power in Egypt, a very, very different story is quietly playing out back home in Canaan with the same brothers who sold him away. See, his brothers aren't out seeking fame and fortune in some foreign land.
they're doing something far more fundamental. They're building families. Just look, Reuben, Simeon, Judah, Levi, they're getting married. They're having kids. This isn't just about their personal lives. This is the slow, patient work of building the foundation of an entire nation. And it doesn't stop there. The list goes on with Issachar, Dan, Gad, Naphtali. Every single line you see here is more than just a name. It's a new branch on the family tree. It's this quiet, steady expansion that's the complete opposite of Joseph's explosive individual success. This is growth by multiplication, not just by addition. And check out these details. They're pretty wild. They're marrying women from all over. Canaanites, Moabites, women from Haran, weaving this incredibly complex social fabric. And then there's Benjamin, who gets married and starts his own family at just 10 years old. It is a completely different way of building a legacy. All right, so let's pull back and put these two totally different stories on a single timeline. This is where you can really see the whole picture of what's happening in these critical years. See, this timeline really spells it out. In the very same year Joseph is sold into slavery, his oldest brother Reuben is getting married. While Joseph is taking over a powerful Egyptian household, his youngest brother, Benjamin, is starting his own family. One brother is building a career, the others are building a people. And if we zoom out even more, you see it's not even just Jacob's sons. Their extended family, the line of Esau, they're expanding too. The whole region is just this canvas of generational growth, families putting down roots and spreading out. So, all of this leaves us with a pretty big question, right? What's the more powerful force when it comes to shaping the future? Is it the incredible, spectacular rise of one single hero, like Joseph? Or is it the quiet, collective, almost invisible work of a dozen families, slowly and steadily building a nation, one child at a time? It's definitely something to think about.